Coming up next on Rage, more Legends Division action with Tojo Yamamoto set to go one-on-one against the big bad booty daddy, Big Papa Pump, Scott Steiner.
I've been looking forward to this one, Don. Tojo Yamamoto took Stan Hansen to school last week, so I want to see what he's gonna do against Big Papa Pump. Hey, no kidding, Steve hooked it up pretty good this week. Shame he couldn't hang out with us tonight, but believe me, I understand.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Honolulu, Hawaii, weighing in at 259 pounds, the superstar, Yamamoto.
The old school Japanese martial arts superstar, Tojo Yamamoto, back with us again this week after defeating Stan Hansen handily in his previous match last week at the fall premiere. Now this week, facing Scott Steiner, an equally tall challenge.
Ooh, and here he is now, Don. Everyone stop what y'all doing, cause it's the big, bad, booty daddy. Yeah, I'm hearing bells, Don. I am just hearing bells.
And his opponent, representing the Steiner brothers, from Detroit, Michigan, weighing in at 275 pounds, Scott Steiner.
The man with the loudest entrance music in the entire world, Scott Steiner. Big Papa Pump. The fans. Oh, it is a rough thing to be cursed at in German. And Scott Steiner is experiencing that right now. Scott Steiner, extremely unpopular with a certain circle of fans. Well, I'm certain he does have fans that admire what he does and what he's done. There are still a small percentage of those fans that just don't appreciate Scott Steiner. It is what it is, Christy.
Let's just say I'm rooting for Tojo, and leave it at that. He's cool. He's funny and all. Just not my kind of thing.
Different strokes for different folks. Everyday people slime the family stone, Christy. All right, here we go. There's the bell. Scott Steiner connects with a kick. Look at this. What a slam from Big Papa Pump. Tojo Yamamoto catches an overhand right. Tojo counters with an elbow and drives a knee into the skull. Scott Steiner. Scott Steiner counters. Collar and elbow up and over the shoulders, and whoa, quick counter from Tojo Yamamoto. Off the ropes, beautiful shooting star. Brilliantly executed. Tojo Yamamoto really laying it in on Big Papa Pump right here. Same as he did to Stan Hansen last week. Again, the old school martial arts stylings. Tojo Yamamoto. Extremely impressive to see. Scott Steiner catches a knee to the skull. Tojo Yamamoto all the way up into the high rent district here, and boom, down we go. Both feet right into the midsection of Scott Steiner, who catches yet another knee to the head. Tojo Yamamoto catches a counter from Scott Steiner. Scott Steiner has Tojo up, fly swatter right into the corner. Whoa, quick counter from Tojo. Blocks it up, and here we go. Assaulting with a various series of blows that took Scott Steiner down. Scott Steiner up against the ropes. Tojo setting him up here. Right between the ropes. Tojo driving knees into the head of Big Papa Pump, and here we go. Tojo calling for it. Boom! Savage kick that takes Scott Steiner out onto the floor. And Tojo right there. Rounds him up over the shoulders again, and boom, head first into the apron. Tojo Yamamoto in firm control of Scott Steiner. Into a submission here on the outside. He's done this before. He'll run out the count and just inflict damage on an opponent. And Scott Steiner fighting his way out of the hold. Back to his feet, Scott Steiner delivering a series of wicked chops. Has Tojo up, all the way slammed. On the outside, the referee's count continues. Scott Steiner has Tojo up. He's going for that fly swatter a second time out there on the floor. Tojo might have cracked his head. Scott Steiner pitches him towards the barricades. And look at this, Scott Steiner with a little display of arrogance here, taking an exercise break. Whoa! Tojo all the way up and all the way down. Tojo charges into a Hurricane Rana from Scott Steiner. How about this? Big Papa Pump elbow drop off the top of the ball. My goodness. Measuring the elbow, boom. Drops it in. One. Goes to one count. Scott Steiner has taken control of this match away from Tojo Yamamoto. Tojo counters with a kick. Tojo stalking Scott Steiner. A wicked kick, a chop. Look at this. Scott Steiner stops him cold. Tojo counter to get into a DDT by Scott Steiner. Now Scott Steiner beginning the assault with hard right hands. Tojo, what a kick. Taking Scott Steiner down. A series of wicked forearms. Scott Steiner up against the ropes here. And Tojo again. And Scott Steiner draped between the ropes, delivering those wicked knees. And here it comes, Tojo. Whoa! Up and onto the floor goes Scott Steiner. Tojo Yamamoto in absolute control of Scott Steiner for a significant portion of this match so far. Scott Steiner up over the shoulders. What's going to happen here? Tojo into the barricade. Goes Big Papa Pump. Tojo gets countered. Scott Steiner has him up again. There's that military press drop. Scott Steiner rolls Tojo back inside. Finally, the referee's count is over. Hard shot that spun Scott Steiner around and stunned him. And whoa, a knee to the head. As Tojo goes for the cover. 1, 2, and no. Scott Steiner raising that left shoulder off the ropes. Another beautiful shooting star from Tojo. And only a 2 count. Scott Steiner in a serious predicament here. Tojo locking in the submission here, the crossface on Scott Steiner, who is bleeding. Is Scott Steiner going to tap out? He's fighting it. Tojo releasing the hold. Now going to work on a grounded Scott Steiner. Tojo. Top turnbuckle. Misses with the double stomp. Scott Steiner just about gets out the way in time. Tojo stopped in mid-assault. Scott Steiner has him way up there again, and Tojo Yamamoto has taken a series of nasty falls at the hands of Big Papa Pump. Scott Steiner, belly-to-belly suplex into the corner there. Now Scott Steiner dragging Tojo center ring. Goes for the cover, hooks the leg. 1, 2, No! Tojo Yamamoto showing the stuff he's made of, refusing to give up here. Scott Steiner has him up. Powerbomb. Scott Steiner once again dragging Tojo to the same spot. Oh, delivers a stomp to the midsection. Tojo slips out through the back door. Tojo Yamamoto spins him around like a yo-yo. Whoa! What a clothesline. Tojo catches a knee from Scott Steiner. A little quicker than Tojo on that last exchange. Now Scott Steiner trying to regain control and maintain it. Tojo with another hard shot. Whoa, look at this German suplex into a short arm clothesline. Tojo Yamamoto imposing his will. And Scott Steiner, while mounting some offense, certainly hasn't mounted enough. Whereas Tojo Yamamoto has been the aggressor for the majority of this matchup. Tojo Yamamoto moves right back in on Scott Steiner. Hard left hands to the head, follows it up with a stomp to the midsection. Off the ropes, another shooting star. Tojo covers. 1, 2. No, Scott Steiner powers out so good he turned himself around. Scott Steiner up over Tojo's shoulders one more time, and whoa, discus punch. And Scott Steiner wrist clutched again, another knee to the head. Tojo quickly going for the pin. 1, 2. Are you kidding me? What is keeping Scott Steiner going? It's unprecedented. It's unprecedented. Unpulled knee to the chest. And Tojo Yamamoto absolutely stomping the heck out of Scott Steiner here. He has gone wholesale schoolyard bully. And Scott Steiner, another knee to the skull. And Tojo goes for it again, goes for another cover. 1, 2. No, oh. I would have thought that was it. Tojo thought so too. Referee doesn't agree. Scott Steiner, whoa, what a headbutt. Rounds Tojo back up. Belly to belly suplex again. Scott Steiner going for a cover one more time. 1, 2. Oh, that may have been his last ditch attempt. But it only gets a 2 count. Tojo again slipping out through the back door. And whoa, off the ropes. Beautiful flying punch. Tojo again with that driving knee into the head of Scott Steiner. And Scott Steiner catching absolutely no breaks from Tojo Yamamoto. In complete control of Scott Steiner. Drives the knees into the back of Big Papa Pump. Tojo stalking Scott Steiner. Here we go. Up over the shoulders and another knee to the head. And Scott Steiner is out to lunch. Tojo covers. 1, 2, 3. That's all she wrote. Tojo Yamamoto by pinfall over Scott Steiner.
Here is your winner, the Superstar, Yamamoto.
2 for 2 in his second consecutive week on RWL Rage. Tojo Yamamoto picks up another big win over Scott Steiner. You've got to be impressed with the old school Japanese superstar.
Big Bad Booty Daddy got his booty bruised tonight. Tojo drove so many knees into Scott Steiner's head, he's gonna be hearing Santa Maria's bells for a week. No, Don. Tojo did not make Scott Steiner look silly. Scott Steiner straight got his ass beat like a Buddy Rich drum set. Nice work, Tojo.
Alright fans, coming up next, the RWL Tag Team Championships on the line. Wild Fortune in action when we return right after the break.